Boom! What's up, sons? It's Blind Rod with Son of a Tech once again, and today we are going to be moving 1660 Supers from an open air frame into an Octominer X12 Ultra. Now, to get all the data we need, basically what I have done is pulled up all the information on Hive OS. We're going to take a look at the current full hash rate of the rig. Then we're going to go ahead and look at the ambient temperature in the farm. We're going to get everything swapped over to the X12 Ultra, and then we're going to review and see if we've gotten any better temperatures as well as any better hash rates. Now, everything for testing is going to be running on Ethereum for now, just because it's the easiest with the most experience that I have in mining anything. Now, obviously, that's going to change post-merge, and we'll reapproach all of that later once we figure out which coins are going to have the most price discovery. Let's get into it right after a word from today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor is myself. To support the channel, click the join button below the video and you will get access to our privately hosted Rocket Chat. Selecting the $1.99 option will get you access, and after that you need to head over to the membership tab, scroll down, and expand out your membership perks. Find the section for connecting on social media, and in that section there will be a secret registration URL to join Rocket Chat, where you can sign up to enjoy talking with other cryptocurrency enthusiasts and miners without spammers, scammers, or bots.
Welcome back. So let's go ahead and pop on over and take a look at the Hive dashboard. Okay, so first things first, I checked the intake temperature on the GPUs, or on the Octominers that are currently installed closest to the 1660 Super rig, and the intake temperature is 49 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're also going to screen cap this to get a better look for you guys, but we currently have the 1660 Super rig online. All the overclocks are at negative 1004 on the memory with a power level of 80 and a core clock of 930 megahertz. That's resulting anywhere from 24 megahash a second, or 22 megahash a second, excuse me, on the lowest running card, to 32 megahash a second on the best running card, all depending, of course, on temperatures, etc. I also have two cards over here that are more matching that we are going to replace some pads on. They were having some issues, and I'll be replacing essentially a couple of the other MSIs that are in here with that. I think it's pretty much the plan, but for sake of wanting to keep everything even, I'll probably be putting these in a separate rig actually, just so that we have the exact same equipment. Right now, the total hash rate is 335 megahash a second. And as far as power consumption, it's reporting 1.163 kilowatts in the Hive OS. Now, of course, we don't know what that's going to add on from necessarily the power consumption of the rig itself. We have it hooked up to a power meter, and we'll try to analyze that as well. It will fluctuate, but we'll get as close as we can. So let's go ahead and go into the farm and take a look at that. Over here is the rig that we will be changing, and as you can see, it's an open air rig, and we are going to be giving away one of these frames on sonofatech.locals.com. so if you're interested in the frame, let me know. We have a couple blocks that we're no longer going to be using. Now, it is running the ASRock H110 Pro BTC motherboard, and we have two power supplies on here. One is just going to be a Bitcoin modular, just kind of from Amazon, as well as another Bitcoin non-modular from Amazon. It runs them okay, but that's currently what we have going on. So let's check power before we get going. Now, this is everything running on this, but we'll be able to do the math to find the difference, so I think we'll be okay. So right now, if we take a look at the power meter box, total is 5,400 watts at 24 amps. So we'll see the change when it happens over here. Now, this is a 30 amp trip-light PDU over here on the right. And so we're trying to maintain that 20% rule, and basically, or the 80% rule, and basically 80% of 30 amps is going to be 24 amps. So that's what we're basing it off of, not necessarily the power, because we don't want to do basically improper power conversions as far as that goes. That does mean we've used already, and since yesterday when we plugged it in, 116 kilowatt hours. So that's pretty fun. So that is basically running all of these. So we have this rig over here, and then we have this rig here running on it. We have the X12, as well as a 6x5700 rig and another X8 down there, all running on this, as well as the 1660 Supers. So we're going to get the 1660 Supers converted over and see what ends up happening. So we'll see you guys in a bit. We're going to be using an X12 server over here. Okie doke, boys. So I got everything transplanted into the Octominer. Let's go take a look. So it's down here. We're still going to throw the lid on it in a second. Just wanted to get a couple shots for you guys. We got 12 1660 Supers, the Octominer X12. And let's go take a look at the power numbers right now. If you recall, we were at 24 amps at about 5,400 watts, somewhere around there. We're at 25 amps, or 24 amps at 5,500 watts. So we're a little bit higher, maybe over about 100 watts by swapping from the open air to the Octominer. Not too bad. And then as far as everything goes right now, it's looking pretty good. Temperatures are fine. Now the lowest card now is at about 24 megahash a second, so we gain 2 megahash a second on the least performing card. So we'll probably have to do some modifications on that card, clean it up with some thermal pads and paste. And the total hash rate is 344 megahash a second now. So overall an improvement. I am going to put the lid on though, and then we'll kind of get a better idea of if the temperatures are going to go up or down from that. It should go up because we'll have less airflow escaping the rig there. I'm going to leave the top unscrewed for now, maybe just 2 screws for now. Here's the back side. And it running. Looks like with the top on it did get a little more hash rate already. That's fun. but probably just within margin of error. Yeah, 345. All right, son, so that's gonna wrap up the 1660 Super Rig in the Octominer X12. As far as building in the X12, it's super easy. I think even easier probably than the 8 with the 3090s, just because it's plop and go. There's really not much to do except removing the cable management arm and then putting in the GPUs and then reinstalling that cable management arm. As far as the intake temperatures on this rig, as far as the intake temperatures on this rig in particular, it's at 47 degrees Celsius, so we did drop a little bit. We are up in hash rate though, about 20 mega hash a second, so that's good across the board. And we just have a couple cards in there that we'll have to troubleshoot and clean up later, but not too big of a deal. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell down below. We have more rigs. We're going to be starting with an RTX 3070 rig next. So stay tuned to make sure you have the notification bell turned on for that. I will see you next Tuesday. And thanks Octominer for the help in getting these cards cooled.
For additional content that also goes into more opinionated pieces surrounding the politics around crypto, make sure you check out sonofatech.locals.com. There you can become a member for free or even choose to support for basically additional content at $5 a month. It's helping me stay alive through the crypto winter.